In our series on the character of the last days, we come to a phrase that is incredibly descriptive. Paul warns in 2 Timothy 3 that people will be swollen with conceit, or as some translations say, puffed up with pride. It is a picture of an overinflated balloon, impressive on the outside, but full of nothing but hot air and dangerously close to bursting. This is not just simple pride, it is a profound and dangerous delusion. What does it mean to be swollen with conceit? It is the state of a person who has become so impressed with their own accomplishments that they have forgotten the source. It is the delusion of self-sufficiency. The conceited person looks at their success, their intelligence, their wealth, or their power and says, "Look what I have done. Look what my hands have built." They take the credit that belongs to God alone. It is a heart that has stopped giving thanks because it truly believes it has earned everything it has. We see a tragic example of this in the life of the good king Hezekiah. After God miraculously healed him from a deadly illness and blessed his kingdom with immense wealth, envoys from Babylon came to visit. This was a golden opportunity for Hezekiah to give glory to the God who had saved him and provided for him. But what did he do? The Bible says his heart grew proud. He took the envoys on a tour and showed them everything: his silver, his gold, his spices, his armory. He showed them his treasury, his kingdom. He advertised his own greatness. God's response through the prophet Isaiah was swift and heartbreaking. Everything you were so proud of, everything you showed them, will one day be carried off to Babylon. An even more dramatic example is King Nebuchadnezzar, the most powerful man on earth at the time. One day, walking on the roof of his royal palace, he looked out at the magnificent city and declared, "Is not this the great Babylon I have built by my mighty power and for the glory of my majesty?" At that very moment, a voice from heaven spoke. Because he had stolen God's glory, he was driven from his throne to live like a wild animal, eating grass in the fields, until, as the Bible says, he acknowledged that the Most High is sovereign over all kingdoms on earth and gives them to anyone he wishes. His humiliation was the direct cure for his conceit. The stories of these two kings are a terrifying warning for us. So, how do we guard our hearts from being puffed up? The antidote is simple but requires daily discipline. We must constantly and intentionally give the glory back to God. When you get a promotion at work, your first act is to thank God for the opportunity and the ability. When you receive a compliment, you silently thank God for the gift He has given you. When you look at your family or your home, you practice active gratitude for the blessings you did not earn. A conceited heart is a forgetful heart, but a humble heart is a heart that never forgets the source of every good and perfect gift. Let's choose to be a people whose lives are a constant act of pointing away from ourselves and back to the one who is worthy of all glory, honor, and praise. May your heart be filled today, not with pride in yourself, but with praise for your God.